Sinn Féin have mitigated their tax policy, it would appear.
What we're seeing from Sinn Féin over the last couple of years is a watering down, moderation, wholesale abandonment of previous sort of more radical policies, particularly about wealthy individuals. I went back and looked at their 2011 manifesto over the weekend just to kind of get some comparisons. I mean, at that stage they were talking about a 48%, a third rate of tax for higher income earners over 100,000, additional kind of rates, above 140 or 150 grand, and then a wealth tax above $1 million, for all assets over $1 million, including the family home. So they were really going after Middle Ireland at that point. Now they've since abandoned all of those particular policies. They're now talking about tapering of tax credits over 100,000. They're talking about 3% wealth contribution over 140,000. So it's a much more watered down version of what they were talking about previously. What's significant is that you're seeing a lot of these meetings in recent months and weeks between big business and Sinn Féin, on the very, very real promise or premise that they see Sinn Féin as being in government next time round. And what they're looking to try and get a sense of from Sinn Féin, from Pearse Doherty, is just exactly what they will commit to and what will they look to get rid of when in government. You're now in a position where Sinn Féin are now looking to not only attract their core traditional working class base, but they're also going after, and have been quite successful, as all the polls have shown, they're very successful at getting that aspirational professional vote in the ABC1 categories. They're now leading. If you look at all this sort of demographic information in all the recent polls, they're ahead of Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil in all of those kind of more middle class categories at the moment. So people are buying into their message, and they clearly see that changing or softening their policies is the way to do it.
So what's left of their kind of wealth taxing policy?
Well, it'll be interesting to watch now, because again, during COVID-19 they were talking about a solidarity tax from wealthy individuals. It'll be interesting to see whether or not that they continue with that particular proposal. But also as well, I think what you're likely to see, I think in light of the cost of living crisis, you're likely to see kind of a new raft of measures that they'll like to try and target in on lower and middle income earners. But it'll be interesting to see of their previous, like all the more radical stuff have quietly been dropped over the last 4 or 5 years. So the kind of the hammering of people over what used to be €70,000 was their threshold. It went up to 100,000. 140,000 now seems to be at the threshold of which they now seem to have a problem with, which is just coincidentally is just above the rate that TDs get paid as well. So when you factor your expenses in, so that may be a coincidence, it may not, but they are definitely sounding much more like, in inverted commas, a normal party, and more, they certainly have gone and have proven, I think, under Pearse Doherty, that they're a more serious economic outfit than they were previously. Because I think on your shows and other shows, Jerry Adams and others would have struggled very badly to kind of put a coherent economic message out there.